Have you ever wondered what people did before money? No, they didn't just get everything for free. For a huge chunk of human history, we relied on bartering. Imagine trading a few chickens for a new pair of shoes. It worked, but it wasn't exactly convenient. What if the shoemaker didn't want chickens? This is where the story of money begins. Thousands of years ago, people started using commodity money. These were items that had value in themselves, like salt, tea, seeds, and even cattle. In ancient China, cowrie shells were a popular form of currency. They were durable, easy to carry, and hard to counterfeit. But carrying a herd of cattle to the market isn't practical, and shells can break. Humanity needed something better. Enter the age of metal. Around 3,000 years ago, pieces of metal like gold, silver, and copper started being used. At first, they were just chunks that had to be weighed for every transaction. Then, a brilliant idea emerged in Lydia, which is now part of modern-day Turkey. Around 600 BC, they started minting the first standardized coins, stamped with an emblem to guarantee their weight and purity. This was a game changer. Coins made trade faster, easier, and more reliable across vast empires. For centuries, coins reigned supreme, but carrying bags of heavy coins was still a hassle, especially for big deals. So, in 7th century China, another revolution happened: paper money. Merchants would leave their heavy coins with a trusted person and get a paper receipt, a note of promise. These notes started to be traded as if they were the coins themselves. The concept was so successful that the government eventually took over, issuing the first official banknotes. Marco Polo was astonished when he saw this in the 13th century and brought the idea back to Europe. Now, fast forward to the 20th century. With the invention of computers and the internet, money began to dematerialize. The first credit card appeared in the 1950s, allowing us to pay later. Then came electronic transfers, debit cards, and online banking. Suddenly, we could move vast sums of money across the globe in seconds without a single physical coin or note changing hands. Money became data, a series of ones and zeros stored in a bank's computer. And today, we're in the midst of another massive shift. We have mobile payments, digital wallets on our phones, and the rise of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. These are purely digital assets secured by cryptography, and they exist outside the traditional banking system. From bartering chickens to tapping our phones, the evolution of money is a story of human innovation, constantly seeking faster, easier, and more secure ways to trade value. What will the next chapter look like? Only time will tell. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the history of money. If you found this interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.